You can unmute yourself, obviously, if you need to. Close that. So yeah, I wanted to give you a little bit of a tour, but obviously it's 7 o'clock for you guys. It's 12:30 here. It's absolutely baking. You can see I'm dripping. It's been I'll just sort of give you a little bit of a down here. This is the cafe area. You can see just people hanging out and things. And then behind, this is the they cleared a lot of the jungle now, so it's a bit more, but this is our yoga space. And Roger's come, he's being brave and he's doing some yoga with me. So I don't have to do it on my own. Okay, so yeah, just see if I put that back in the right place. Now then, I didn't want to be too far away from it that you can't hear me, but that should be all right. Can you see me all right? Yeah? Good, just give me a thumbs up. If you can't hear me, just let me know. I didn't come with a microphone, you see, so I'm going to just have to shout at you, but I'm kind of back here. So if I'm back here, can you hear me? Yeah? Okay, cool. Right then, my darlings. So, this feels kind of surreal, but thank you for coming in and doing it. Okay. So let's start like we normally do. Up we get to stand. I think Rachel is supposed to be coming in, so maybe she's going to come in a minute, but we'll see. So let's do the normal warm-up. So rolling on the top of your foot, just like we would do ordinarily, a bit, and then changing direction. Good job. Flicking out of your foot. Stay balanced and do some circles with your toes. Morning, mate. Pop yourself onto mute and pin my video so that it doesn't flip. Change direction because I haven't figured out how to pin the video from my phone. There's a setting for just bizarre. Okay, let's come on to the other side. So take the other foot behind you and rolling on the top of your toes. Good. Change direction. Lovely. And then flicking out of your foot again. Turn circles with those toes. Beautiful. And change direction. Wonderful. Right. Pop your feet down. Bring your big toes together. Heels a little bit apart, knees bent. And then circling your knees, please. Okay, change direction. And let's come up to stand. Zip up the inner thighs, send the tailbone down, send the heart upwards, let the fingers reach the floor and lift your chin. Lift all 10 toes off of your mat. Lovely. Roger's being amazing. It's fantastic. Raise the arms up above your head. Pop your toes down and lift your heels up. Give your calves a good old squeeze and stay balanced. Reaching up through your fingertips. Lovely. Now let yourself come back down and bend your knees again. And you're going to do circles now with the tailbone, please. Good. You keep going. No, that hasn't worked. All right, change direction. Lovely. And then do the same thing as before. Firm up the inner thighs, tail down, lift all 10 toes. Fingertips reaching down as the heart lifts up and you look up. Raise the arms up above your head. Pop your toes down, lift your heels, give your calves a squeeze, and take a twist. Come back towards the center. Take a twist the other way. And then come back. Good, you release the hands, release the heels down, give your legs a little shake and your arms a shake. Good. Link your fingers, elbows together, And start to move the forearms up and down, up and down. So you give your wrists a little bit of a roll. Good. Change the direction of the wrist circles. Beautiful. And then shake it out with your hands. Bend your knees a little bit, separate your feet, and swing your arms across the front of your body. Good job. Then we're going to wrap the arms. So let's take right arm on top of left arm. Give yourself a hug, or you can wrap your arms for equal arms. Do 2 or 3 circles here. And then change the direction. Come back towards the center. Let's take 3 breaths. So inhale, spread your shoulder blades apart. Exhale, come up to stand. 2 more like that. Inhale. Exhale. Then we'll inhale forwards. Bend the knees a little bit, and as you exhale, fold down. Draw the belly up towards the spine. Let your head hang, and take a little sway from side to side. Good. Come back towards the center. Take an inhale, stand up, and lift your elbows up, all the way up, up, up. Stretch your hands, stretch back the legs. And then gently release. Swing it out across the front of your body again. That's lovely. And then we're going to take left on top of right, wrap the arms or come into an eagle shape. And take 2 or 3 circles with the tips of your elbows. Change direction. Lovely. Good job. Well done. Come back towards the center and we'll breathe into the back of the heart again. Move the elbows forwards, chin to chest. Exhale, back upright. Again, inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Bend your knees a little bit. Gently fold your way down to the ground. And let your head hang and take a little sway from side to side. Feet. Come back towards the center. Take an inhale, rise up. Elevate your arms up. Stretch out the front of the body. And then gently release. Swing your arms. Very nice. And then stand yourself upright and take a spin on the spot. So one arm in front, one arm behind. Just letting the body dance itself out. This feels really nice because it's so warm. It's like 30 something degrees today. And has been from very early. We had a terrific thunderstorm last night and practiced yoga nidra here in this space with the rain hammering down and the lightning. So that was pretty cool. That was an experience that none of us expected. And right before the class this morning, I had to, this afternoon, sorry, for me, I had to clear out the monkeys from here, from this space. So there's full of events, life's full of events. All right, start to slow things down. Gradually coming back towards the center, lovely. Take your time, don't rush this. And then we'll do a few little side bends, so maybe lift the tip of one ear up towards your ceiling. And then do the other side, lift the tip of the ear up. And go side to side. Then gradually begin to kind of tilt the shoulder girdle. Other side tilting. Just go from side to side. Gradually deepening the side bend. We'll do one more on each side. Come back towards the center. Give your shoulders a bit of a shrug, a bit of a roll out. And then we'll do some circles going the other way. Lovely. Okay, come back towards the center. Turn your head and look over one shoulder. Come back and turn your head to look over the other shoulder. Come back to center. Drop your chin towards your chest. Take an inhale and lift your nose up towards the ceiling. Exhale, drop the chin towards the chest and start to round the shoulders a little bit forwards and down. As you inhale, turn your gaze upwards, lift your chin, roll your shoulders back, open your chest. Exhale, chin towards the chest and rounding forwards. Inhale and going backwards, letting the heart open. Keep going, exhale and going down. Gradually increasing the depth of the forward fold. We'll do it twice more. Keep going. Then the next time that you come down, stay down. So stay in your forward fold. Let your hands find the floor if you can. Just think about how the back of the legs feel at this moment in your practice. And then put the hands on the floor so you can walk your feet backwards or your hands forwards, wherever you are in on your mat. So you might have to turn around a little bit, doesn't matter. So find yourself into a plank position now, please. Good job. If necessary, pop your knees down onto the floor, but start to do some circles with the shoulders over the wrists. Change direction. Good. Come back towards the center. Tip your tailbone, so pop your knees on the floor if your knees are off the ground. Tip your tailbone towards your ceiling. Lift your chest and lift your chin. Drop your chest between your thumbs to come to Ashtanga Mudra or thereabouts. And then push back up again, please. So we get a little upper body work. Try and keep the extension through the lower back throughout. So you're tilting your tailbone up to the ceiling. So come down, chest to chin. And then come back up. I'm going to do it one more time. Coming down, chest to chin. And back up. Good. Now let's tuck the toes, lift the knees, and press back into a downward facing dog. Have a little pedal of the heels, a little dance of the hips, side to side. Good job. From downward facing dog, can you lift your right foot off of the floor? Lovely. Bend your right knee and start to do some circles in the air with your right kneecap. Now this could be a small circle to begin with and gradually get bigger. Or you just moderate it so that it suits you and suits your body. Lovely. Change the directions. Just do a few going the other way. And then bring the right foot down. Press back into a downward facing dog and float the knees down to the ground. Lovely. Untuck the toes so you can sit back onto your heels. Roll your fingertips back out behind you so you're bringing them onto the floor. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and lift your chest and your chin. Good. Then come back towards the neutral. Float up to a high kneeling position and step your right foot forwards. Lunge forwards as much as you can. You can put your hands onto your thigh. Strong through the back thigh, so squeeze the back of the left leg and let the front of the left hip open up. And then gently come back to neutral. Put your left hand onto the floor and walk your right foot out wide to the side. So you've got a nice big gap between your right hand, your left hand and your right foot. And then take your right arm up to the ceiling. So you're taking a little twist, turn through the center of your body, turn your heart up towards the sky. Excellent. Now gently fold back down to the ground. Plant your hands under your shoulders, lift your back knee and step your right foot back, but take your right foot up into the air, please. Bend your right knee, stack your hips and look underneath your right arm. So your left heel feels heavy. You're just twisting your dog, flipping your dog a little bit. Good job. Come back to neutral, put the right foot down on the floor and lift your left leg up towards the ceiling. Bend the knee and do some circles, please, with your left knee. Lovely. Change the direction. Pop the left foot down onto the floor. Press back into a downward dog. And then both knees onto the ground. Now you can untuck your toes and sit back onto your heels. Do the same as we did before. Fingertips come to the ground behind. Roll your shoulder blades towards one another to open your chest. But this time lift your hips off of your heels as much as you can. Stretch out your quads. Hold for 3, 2, and 1. Gently lower back down. Float yourself up to a high kneeling and step your left foot forwards. Good job. Let's raise the arms up. Let's lunge the hips. So we make it a little bit stronger with the hands up high. If you'd rather have your hands on your thigh, that's okay. Squeeze your right back, button, right glutes, right hamstring, and open up your right hip. Good. Come back to neutral. Right hand comes to the ground. Make sure your left foot's to the outer edge of your mat. Turn to your left and lift your left arm. Don't just let the arm do the twisting, let your whole body turn. So turn from the center, turn from your chest. That's lovely, everybody. Well done. Breathe in and exhale, lower the hand. Let's tuck under the right toes, lift your right knee, and this time sweep your left foot all the way up to the ceiling in one loop. Bend the knee, look under the left arm as you stack the hips one on top of the other, and keep lifting the left kneecap higher towards the ceiling. Lovely. Level off, pop the feet down onto the ground, press back through your thighs. And then walk your feet up towards the top of your mat. Keep folding over your legs. Just bring yourself into a Uttanasana, letting the heaviness of your head move forward and the legs increase on the back of your neck. Good. Take an inhale and rise up, hands go high. Bring the palms together above your head and exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Just pause here for a moment. Relax your shoulders. Let your feet take your body weight. Feel steady through the legs. Just enjoy how this feels in your body. Okay, so I'm going to turn to face you so you can see what I'm doing, but you're going to stay facing the top of your mat. I'd like you to inhale, raise your arms up, but touch your fingertips together, not your palms. If this isn't comfortable for your shoulders, separate your hands. As you exhale, take a side bend, no matter which way, just go to one side. Inhale, come back up towards the center, it's lovely. Exhale, over to the other side. Good. Inhale, back towards the center. Release the hands as you slowly exhale. Good job. Now take your body weight into your right foot. Float your left knee up in front of you. Take your left knee out wide to the side. Good, and then bring it down to the floor and have the toes turned out. So the left knee is pointing out to the side, the right knee is pointing forwards. Good job. Now let's do the same move in reverse. Bring the knee up, bring it back down, round to the center, and pop the foot back down. Do the other leg. So body weight into left leg, lift right knee, take the knee out wide to the side. And if possible, bring the whole foot to the floor, or if not, just bring the toes down. Knee points out to the side. Bring that leg back up in reverse. Bring the foot forwards, or the knee forwards, and then lower the foot down. Good. Body weight back into the right leg. Lift the left knee. Take it out wide to the side. Grab hold of your ankle and rest your foot onto your inner leg, inner thigh, in a leg, wherever you feel comfortable. Take your arms up towards the ceiling, please. And you can stay here in this version of tree, or you can put your hand onto your knee and take a side bend to the left. So the whole right-hand side of your body is getting longer. Good job. Gently come back towards the center. Release the knee forwards and the foot down. Good. Body weight into the left side. Let's do the same thing. Float the knee up as high as you can. Take it out as wide as you can. Reach for your foot, your ankle with your hand. Rest your foot onto the inside of your thigh. Yeah, use the wall, use something to help you if you like. You could do a classic tree. You can have any arm variation you like. You can have hands at your heart. And if you want to come with me into the side bend, put your right hand onto your knee and tip a little bit to the right as you open up the left-hand side of your body. Good. Gently come back towards the center. Lower the hands, bring the knee forwards and pop the foot back down. Give your standing leg a little bit of a shape. Well done. Okay. So I'm going to turn back towards the top of the mat. I'm going to stand with the feet about hips width apart. And I'd like you to take an inhale into chair pose, so Utkatasana. Exhale, stand back upright again. Lovely. Inhale to Utkatasana, let the shin bones fall forwards and sit bones sit down. Exhale, Utkatasana. Now this time, lift the arms only and lift your right leg. So it's like your Karate Kid variation. And cross your leg over your thigh like a figure of four. Perfect. Okay. Now sink into a half chair or a one-legged chair. Nicely done. Good job. From here, can you release your right leg and take it all the way to the back of your mat? Bow your hands down towards the floor. I'd like you to roll onto the outside edge of your right foot. So your toes are going to point to the left-hand side of the mat. And then your left leg is going to come and rest onto the inside of your right leg. And your left arm's going to lift up towards the sky. And you're going to hold this for 3, 2, and 1. Now gently bring the left foot back up towards the top of your mat, please. So you're into like a big long lunge. And then raise the arms up. You're into balancing warrior. Squeeze your right glute again. Reach your fingertips up. Very nice. And then from here, bring the hands either behind you for a bit of momentum. You're going to swoosh your right knee back up in front and straighten your right leg. Reach your hands up high. Keep holding for 3, 2, and 1. Now, the right foot's going to step to the back of the mat like a warrior 2. Arms lower down. Lovely. Look down your left fingertips into the distance. Open your chest. And breathe. Lovely stuff. Now, when you're ready, take your reverse warrior. So right hand goes to the back of the leg. Left arm goes up and over, and you're taking a side bend towards the back of your mat. Beautiful. Now straighten your left leg, reach both arms up, hold on to your right wrist and side bend with straight legs towards the top of the mat. Towards your left foot. Ooh, lovely. She says wobbling all over the place. And then gently come back into a bent knee position and then swap the hold of the wrist. So you're holding onto your left wrist now and reverse your warrior that way. So you're going to the back of the mat. Nice. Now we're going to cartwheel. Release the hands. Spin up the back heel, bring the hands down to the floor. Step back to a high plank position. Beautiful. Pop your knees down. Tilt your tailbone up towards the ceiling. Drop your chest between your thumbs or do a swooping pat. Come into cobra. Elbows back, heart forwards. And then lift onto your knees, tuck your toes, and find downward facing dog. Beautifully done. Take a couple of breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale again. And big exhale. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Lovely. Walk your feet slowly up towards the top of your mat. Hang over the front of both legs and just notice how that feels. And just the right side of the body for the same as the left side. It's not been too heavily weighted on one side or the other. Not yet. Okay, we're going to come up to stand. Take an inhale and rise up. Bring the palms together above your head and take an exhale. Let the hands sink towards your heart. Lovely stuff. Excuse me. Okay, so we're going to do the same little sequence on the other side. It's so boring. It's so boring. Okay, so we're going to do chair pose, 3 chairs, and then 3 figure of 4 chairs, and then backwards into the wrestling flow. Okay, so whenever you're ready, hips, feet underneath hips, or together if you want to. Take a breath in and let the shin bones fall forwards and the fingertips lift up. Beautiful. Exhale, come back up right to stand. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Now this time it's going to be inhaling and lifting your left leg. So float your left knee up in front of you. Good job. Cross it over the front of the thigh like a figure of 4. Sweep the arms up and coming into a figure of 4 chair pose. Lovely stuff. From here, you're coming back to neutral, releasing your, did we put our leg out in front of us straight away? Got lost. Bring your arms up and hold the straight leg. We'll pop it in here because it's got to go somewhere. 3, 2, and 1. Now you're going to step back with your left foot. Pop both hands onto the floor. Roll onto the outside edge of your back foot, your left foot. And if possible, bring your right foot so you look like a tree pose, but you're in a side plank. Right arm up. That's it. Lift your bottom hip. Stay strong in the left leg. Hold for 3, 2, and 1. Good. Gently release. Very nice. Stepping your right foot forwards up towards the top of your mat. You're going to rise up into a balancing warrior. Beautiful. And then we're going to turn to the side. We'll do warrior 2. So right hand is forwards, left hand is back, chest is open. To reverse the warrior, left hand to thigh, right arm over the top. Good job. Then you're going to come back up to kind of a neutral and straighten your front leg. Arms are up, and you're going to take a hold onto your right wrist, and no, we're going to hold on to that wrist. We're going to lean forwards towards the top of the mat. So hold your left wrist and reach long into your body. Good job. Now bend your front knee, change the grip. The left hand holds right wrist. And take the reverse warrior again to the back of your mat. Beautiful. Gently release. Spin the hands down to the ground. Spin up the back heel. Step back to plank again. Good job. Pop your knees down. Tilt your tailbone up towards the ceiling. Chest and chin down to ground. And then slither through to Bhujangasana. Nice strong back line. And then lift onto the knees, tuck your toes, and press back into a downward dog. Okay. Float your knees down to the floor and take a little rest. Or if you need one, take a little drink of water. Okay. See you following along, right? Just hope you can hear me. There's lots of noise around. It's not like a quiet place because there's so much going on. It's kind of traffic, a little bit of traffic, but a little bit of building work and things like that. So there's just stuff happening. And none of the aircon rooms were big enough to have people take part, as well as enough space to do the recording. So yeah, so there we go. But actually, it's quite nice. It's quite an opportunity to be here, and we're all going to come back with beautifully clear skin because we've sweated so much. Okay, so let's keep playing. We're going to add on a little bit to our sequence. We've got about 15 minutes left of the practice. So tuck under your toes, take your bottom back into a downward facing dog. Good. And then walk your feet up towards your hands. Take an inhale and rise up. Now, keep your hands above your head, please. Take your body weight into your left foot. Bring your right knee up in front of you. Take it out wide to the side like you did at the beginning. And pop your foot onto your inner leg, wherever feels comfortable. Now you can stay here in a tree, balance. You could separate your hands and start to do a half forward fold, where you reach your fingertips forward and forwards, but you keep your right knee moving out to the side. Lovely. Now come back up towards the ceiling with the fingers, and instead of side bending towards your knee, you're now going to side bend to the left, away from your knee. So you've got to work your balance a whole lot more as you side bend to the other side. Good job. Gently release the hand, turn back forward, and then release the right foot onto the ground. Just give your left foot a little bit of a shake, because I'm conscious that I'm being a bit mean and asking you to do quite a lot of balances. Okay. All right. So we're still on the left leg. Take your right leg behind your left. So you're coming into a curtsy squat. Bend both knees and sink down as low as you can. Good. Bring yourself back upright and float your right foot straight out in front of you and see if you can touch your toes. Then bring the foot behind. It can be just the ball of the foot on the floor again. Little curtsy squat. See if you can get down low. And then again, sweeping the right foot forwards and touching. This time we're coming all the way down. And you're going to put your right knee on the floor behind your left heel. And you're sitting down into Ardha Matsyendrasana. So you should have your left knee up in front of you and your right leg underneath. Okay? Hold on to your left knee with your right hand. Take your left arm up and take it all the way out behind you and take a twist, turning to look over your shoulder. Lovely. Now gently release. Facing the top of your mat, put your hands on the floor behind you. Keep your left leg crossed over your right thigh, but bring your foot onto the floor. Can you see what I've just done? Yeah, nice. Now you could have your fingers turned out, or you could go for it with your fingers pointing in. You're going to do 3 lifts. You're lifting your hip into a tabletop and then gently coming back down. Lift again, tabletop and down. This time straighten your right leg down to the end of the mat. Keep the figure of 4 shape and lift the hips. And hold for 3, 2, and 1. Roger's like, I really was a good idea to come in. Now I'm like changing my mind. Right, dorsiflex your right ankle. That means make it look like a right ankle. Put your left foot on the inside of your right leg. Right hand on the floor, maybe just a little bit back. And see if you can transition to the side to lift yourself back up into this side plank. Nice. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Now you're going to turn to the back of your mat. Bring your left hand down. Spin onto the ball of your right foot. You might have to hop across the mat a little bit. You're in a tree pose down dog. Press back through the right thigh, back towards the top of your mat. Lovely. Now release your left leg and bring it up towards the ceiling. Bend your knee, look under your arm and out to the side. So all of these we've done before, you're flipping your dog. And then level off the pelvis, bring the left foot to the top of your mat. Good dog. Raise the arms up, inhale. Strong through the back thigh. Turn to the right, your right now as you stand into a warrior 2. So left fingers are forwards, right fingers are back. Turn fully to the back as you lift yourself into a star. And then turn right foot to the top of the mat and come into a warrior 2 again. Lovely stuff. When you're ready, float yourself forwards and bring your left knee up in front. That's it. Turn the knee out to the side and rest the left foot on the top of the thigh and reach the arms up. Take a half forward fold, reaching fingertips forwards, pulling hip creases back. Good. Come back up to stand. Maybe hold on to the left wrist and side bend to your right. You've got this, well done. Gently release back to center and pop the left foot on the floor behind your right leg. Take your little curtsy squat down. Come back up, left leg out in front and touch your toes. Again, curtsy squat, see if you can get a bit lower. And then leg out in front and touch. Last one, coming all the way down, knee to the floor and sitting down. Beautifully done. Holding on, you're doing good, Roger, you're doing good. Right arm up, out behind, and looking over your right shoulder into the distance. Good job. Hold for 3, 2, and 1. Come back to center. Hands on the floor behind you. Put the left foot down flat. Keep the figure of 4 shape, right leg crossed over left, and then lift up to a tabletop and come down. Again, lift up, good, and down. Nice straight leg this time if possible. Don't have your foot too close to your knee because that will hurt with your patella tendon. So lift, keeping the figure of 4 shape, hold for 3, 2, 1. Now come down, dorsiflex your left ankle. You're rolling onto the outside. You're going to turn to the left. Left hand on the floor. Right foot now rests onto the inner left thigh. And you're lifting yourself, she says, up. I'll do it. Into tree side plank. Very nice. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Right hand to ground. Remember, you're facing the back of the mat. Spin onto the ball of the left foot and maybe bounce across your mat for a little bit more square. Press back into a tree down dog. Well done. 3, 2, 1. Sweep right foot up towards the ceiling. Bend the knee, stack the hips, look under the right arm to flip your dog one last time. Good job. And then level off the pelvis, step the right foot to the end of your mat, to the back of your mat. Rise up to balancing warrior. Turn to warrior 2. So right fingers forwards, nice. Turn to the side so you're in a star shape. Beautiful. Now you can spin the left toes to the top, kick out the right heel, drop into warrior 2. So you're back facing the top of your mat. Lovely. Left hand forwards. Now we're spinning left hand to floor, right hand down, and step back to the downward facing dog. Press back through both thigh bones. Let your head hang. And we'll float the knees down to the ground. We'll untuck the toes. You can take your knees wide apart and let yourself rest into child's pose. From here, we're going to come into Shavasana. So when you're ready, lift yourself up and take a little roll onto the back of your body. Lay yourself down. Now bring your arms out to the sides, bend your knees and rock your knees from side to side. Well done. Come back towards the center. Slide your feet away from you down to the corners of your mat. Let your whole body come into a restful position. Pay close attention to your exhalations. And try to rest when you're in the shadow of your inhale. Notice the cool and calm, empty space that exists in the body when air is released. As you get comfortable relaxing into the emptiness, allow your exhale to grow a few seconds longer than your inhale. Be sure not to create any strain or tension to do this. Just keep letting your exhale be a little bit longer than your inhale. Take 1 or 2 more breaths here. And then let's think about bringing your awareness back into the space that you're in. Have a wiggle of your toes and your fingers. Turn your head from side to side gently. And take a stretch out any way that feels good. When you're ready, you can bend your knees and gently roll yourself over to your side to come round and up to sit. Well done, all of you. Well done. Let's finish our practice together. We can see you putting on your jumpers and things like that. My heart goes out to you. And it's still dark, isn't it? It's still quite dark. Or it might just be that the blinds are closed. Okay, let's finish together. Fingertips out wide. Take a big inhale and sweep the hands up. And then as you exhale, bring the hands to your heart. Thank you so much for coming to practice with me this morning. Namaste to you all. And I wish you a very, very lovely day. And thanks for being my buddy.